As you settle into your comfortable seat, closing the eyes softly or gazing inwards and downwards. So you can allow a very slight gaze down if you prefer. Please arrange your legs according to your supreme levels of comfort and relax the temples, forehead, eyebrows, melt the shoulders, let the arms be palms up or down or adopt mudra. You may wish to place palm on top of palm lightly and the thumb tips touch lightly, and as the palms rest in your lap, Dhyani mudra, the bowl mudra, a meditation mudra for your practice. Allow breath to be entering your awareness now. And a quote from the Hatha Yoga Pradipika for some inspiration. Chapter 2, verse 42. The breath prana, moving in the middle passage, makes the mind still. This steadiness of mind is itself called the state of manamani, devoid of thought. So the middle passage is, of course, in yoga, the psychic channel, the ethereal abstract notion of the central spine, sushumna. And as the breath enters the nostrils, Ida on the left, Pingala on the right, we understand that this flow of energy through the right and left nadi, Ida and Pingala, the two primary nadis that then circulate that energy along your spine. This is why sitting is the primary pose for mindfulness and pranayama. So the idea is that you stack, of course, your shoulders above the hips. You are sitting flexibly alert, so no rigidity. Please try not to invite sharp feelings and tensionings that are that kind of stiff tensioning. So have a little bit of softening down into the base. So when we adopt this beautiful asana, the seat of our posture this morning at this moment, think on this. When the prana energy moves through Pingala, the left brain hemisphere is activated and only certain faculties of the mind operate. And when Ida flows, the right brain hemisphere is active and other faculties operate. But when the energy passes equally from one hemisphere to the other, then there is equilibrium. And when a steady flow of energy, prana, moves through sushumna, the mind becomes still. And this is why when we practice mindfulness, pranayama, seated quietude, it is a consistent, regular practice that will allow good outcomes to be developed. So these are like micro steps towards your, if you like, major journey, your meditative journey. It's little micro steps that we're taking every day as we show up to Zoom Live to be consistent and to become more familiar and easeful with befriending the breath and sitting still. Just a couple more moments here. Allowing your mind to anchor to this moment, the here and now, to anchor to this very breath. My word for September was strength, and this of course is about strength of mind, training the mental muscle to allow one-pointed focus. Very gently allow your neck, the sides of the throat and the front of the neck to be softer. Checking in with the mouth, the interior of your mouth, the teeth, the lips, the tongue. And then direct awareness more completely and more totally to the rims of the nose and the nostrils. And like an animal would do, flare open the nostrils to increase the awareness of the inner nasal area and muscles therein. So flaring the nostrils as you breathe in. And exhale as you breathe out through the nose. Soft stream of air exits and a flow enters. And can you detect and witness equal flow through left and right? This is called the swara, and it's about you appreciating your inflow and outflow, seeking your gentle rhythm. Lovely stream of conscious thinking may occur alongside the breath, but be a witness to that narrative and check in and discern whether it's helpful. If it's unhelpful, just guide back to the inflow and outflow of the breath. Now drop the chin towards the chest, lightly, softly. Let the chin drop towards the chest. Start to feel the weight of the head. Opening your eyes and stay here with the soft feeling of flexion in the neck. And if comfortable and able, begin to fold in, so you let the spine round, and you may slide in a little further and deeper, as if you're just falling beautifully into your lap, and you may even fall all the way down to earth, or maybe to another pillow, and your arms may flop and your elbows may release. So find the place where you can fold in. Gentle nodding of the head, eyes are open, and then scoop the belly in and just restack delicately, unraveling, so that you slowly land the head back on the shoulders, eyes are open, and gaze to the horizon. And join the palms into Namaste and take a little moment to give thanks and blessings to the experience of sitting in mindfulness for 10 whole minutes. Now release and swap the legs the other way. If you're sitting cross-legged, and if you're sitting differently, give yourself a little shake and swap into a different sit. And again, nod the chin to the chest and stay here, and maybe some more little micro nods, or allow yourself to pour the body over the hips and thighs, elbows down, or you may find you just go all the way and the forehead lands, or you fold in and down to your earth, or perhaps you've got a bolster here or a cushion or a stack of blocks. So go in easy and comfortable. Breathe in, breathe out, inflate the lungs, side ribs. What else can you feel? What do you want to feel? So connect to feelings and sensations of positivity, and then pull belly in, literally unravel. And the last thing to stack, if you've gone all the way to earth, is the crown. Remain in this particular seat if it's comfortable and okay, or change again. And then bring the fingers to the sides of the body, or they are perhaps holding onto your knees, and start to circle around your hips. And remember that depending on your range, you could bring your chest right down towards the right thigh, and then move forward, and then bring the chest right down towards the left. So you're going right over towards the knees or thighs, and then you may even roll back and kind of hold on to the earth and lean back, or hold onto your shins or your knees, and then you may repeat. So you'll be going over. Try to elongate through the neck. Inhale, exhale all the way through, and allow these rollings to be your own experience. Let arms and shoulders bend and wiggle and roll, and then go to the other side. So start to roll through the other direction, and of course continue at your own pace. It could be faster or slower, and coordinate with the rhythm of the breath. So even if your circles are kind of more upright circles, and you're using your hands to slide around yourself, be in a place where it is very, very blissful and very fluid and flowing motion. Today's practice is about really going with the flow, and we can go with the flow on mat, and try to go with the flow when we're outside, out there, in the world, in our workplace, in our communities. So that when someone shoots an arrow towards you, or says something or does something offensive, you can go with the flow and try to let it bounce away or let it go. So completing your circles, and then release the legs, and obviously give them a little shake out, roll them out. And then we're going to come onto the side body. So maybe just shift off of that cushion if you're on it, but sit a little bit onto your right hip, bend your knees to the right, and then lay down. And if you do have a comfortable cushion, that could come under your head, so you're laying on your right side. Your right arm can relax, of course, and tuck the knees in. And allow a comfortable breath to occur. And then when you're ready, extend your left leg. So I'm going to reach the left leg forward first of all, and the big toe is just going to pop onto the earth in front of me. Soften also the left shoulder. Maybe the left hand rests on your buttock or hip, or just dangles. And then raise the left leg. And can the left leg come up to the sky? Just let it come up all the way to where it can. You might almost feel like you're starting to lay on your back, but try and remain on the side for a moment. And then maybe reach the leg down to the bottom of the mat, and then circle forward again. So I'm trying to encourage you to allow a beautiful circle. Leg comes up. So this is like an Antasana pose. And then the arrow leg reaches down and rolls forward. You can start to let the pelvis get involved. So circling slowly for 3 or 4. Inhale as you reach the leg, and exhale, swoop elegantly around. And remember, the option will be to bend your left knee and stir in a different way. So flowing with the breath, and we'll have 5 or 6 full circles. And then push the heel away and raise the leg. And at this point, it feels a lot stronger. And you might want to check in with how your breath responds. And if you can bring the leg higher, bring it higher, push it up and away. So just find the limit, a good comfort zone, but also then the limit of your capability as that leg reaches up. Remember to just have a little bit of light tone on the belly. Try to be soft in the face. And then one more, inhale, exhale. And then slowly control the strength of that descent. So as the leg draws down, let it control down, and then it lands, and then you can bring the knees back. Stack the knees now, and stack your pelvis. You might lift the gaze and just double check that your hips are stacked. Right arm is below you. And we're going to raise the left arm towards the sky. So this is opening the doorway to the heart center. And then reach the left arm towards the right and the floor. So as you reach towards, what generally happens, and this is correct, is that as you slide the left arm forward, your face kind of gets buried into the mat. So draw the face in and then slide the arm back. So this is a saw action, S-A-W. And slide the hand along your arm as if you're pulling on a silky evening glove. And the elbow will draw, and your hand may come across the heart and collarbones, and you let the elbow open out there. And you may then slightly turn the gaze up towards the sky and breathe. And let's go again. Exhaling now. Slide the hand down across the beautiful arm and the inner arm, and then reach the fingers way forward beyond the right fingers, and let your head just pull into the earth or the block, or pull off the block, and a cushion is helpful. And then slide as if you're pulling on your evening glove. Bend the elbow perhaps as your fingers reach the inner elbow pit of the right arm. Slide the left hand onto the neck, your collarbone, and then keeping those knees really super tucked. Roll open, gaze to sky, and now roll chest open and gaze to left elbow and look left. Inhale, exhale, please breathe smoothly. You might have to let your left hip open as well, a little bit. And then when you're ready, another breath in, inhale, inhale, and as you exhale, slide back across the collarbone, down through the arm, and you will reach further. And now let's go into full open. Breathe in, arm of the doorway to the heart opens, follow the thumb, look up to sky. Pause, exhale, look over your left shoulder, open the arm fully, and land or let the arm hover. Let the left hip travel away, so knees stay quite glued together for some practitioners, especially if you have a very open, fluid rib basket. Otherwise, let the left hip slide and look over the left shoulder and land in a blissful state. Inhale, exhale. And then when you're ready, breathe in. And as you breathe out, lift and extend away through the left fingers. The arm rises up and carries your gaze all the way over, and you close your door. And then press the left hand in, push yourself up, and press palms in. And come on to your padded area if you're using it for the knees, and then circle your pelvis. And as you circle the pelvis, involve the spine. Breathing in, breathing out, elbows down. So it's very much like a circular cat-cow pose. So allow that to organically be very enjoyable for you, for your shoulders, for your hips, pelvis, and for your spine. And once you feel very relaxed in the motion and you are going with the flow, be guided by your breathing. So let your breath become the pose. When you're ready and you feel good to leave that movement, surrender the buttocks towards the feet, open the knees enough, and can you allow your heart center to soften down, and you may even turn and rest on one cheek or rest on the other cheek, or your arms can reach forward if you'd love to extend. Bring the arms forward, and of course the option in Balasana is to bring the arms behind with the forehead and just rest the back palms down. So please choose the version of embryo pose Balasana that you wish. So please choose wisely and breathe there. Let the breath blossom in your lungs, ribs, belly and chest. And even though your face is down, and some of us have turned head one way or the other way, remember the flow of pranic energy through Ida and Pingala, the left and right nadi, that is the left and right nostril. And how well can you seek and remain connected to a balancing breath. A balancing breath in yoga is SamaVritti Pranayama, and it means that the breath has equal shape, equal qualities, and equal length. So one of the ways that we understand this is by counting the breath. So please remain in Balasana, the child's embryo pose, or if you're okay to kneel, rise to kneeling, and as you inhale, count its length in seconds, momentary pause, and then exhale, count in seconds. So you might find count 4 or 5 seconds would be comfortable. You may be counting much longer or less. And I would also add that a good way to do this is to count in your mind as you breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, and 4, 3, 2, 1 on your exhalation. So on the inhale, you're rising up the steps of the counting. And on the exhale, you're slowly moving down the steps. One more round of breath, enjoying equilibrium and balance of the breath. And then releasing to the second side of the side line. So you've come to seated and bring the left hip obviously onto your comfortable area, and you may again have chosen to bring a cushion into the practice. Get comfy and make sure your face is super relaxed and you're just laying on your side, pretty much stacking the hips and the shoulders and tidying up. And then I'm going to ask you to reach that right leg out in front of you, toes on the earth, and then raise the leg up as high as you can. It might be here, or you might be able to come much higher. So you'll feel that your body wants to land on its back, so just monitor that. And this lower leg can be heavy and your foundational leg, and your hand can be here as well, or you can pop the hand somewhere comfy. And then reach that right leg down towards the bottom of the mat. And then forward again. And then start to breathe and move into these very blissful, controlled, long leg hip circles. But of course, bend the knee if that's better for you. You can speed up a little bit, you can slow down. But remember that the point of this is to really find some strength in your focus and concentration. So how well can your mind and your breath connect to the body? So we often talk about the breath being the bridge link between the body and the mind and the body. So allowing those circles to be very beautifully controlled and seamless and glossy. 5 or 6 might be good. Bend the knee if necessary. And then flex the heel and press that leg forward. Push out through the heel. Really feel the tonality start to come in the muscles hugging. Quadriceps, of course, the knee is lifted towards the hip. Light tone on the abdomen, and then maybe you raise that leg again and feel the difference as you try to find a strong action through the leg. Explore some angles. I'm offering you guidance here, as I would always, but you might want to explore a different angle. You may want to reach that strong leg down or turn the hip in or out. So really explore the angles. Hold steady for a few breaths and see how that feels, and then slowly descend. Make it allow a slow connection as you release down, and then you can bend that knee, bring it back in and tuck in, and reorient and rearrange your side, and then bring the right arm forward. So as the right arm reaches up to the sky, again, this is our doorway to our heart. Spread out the palm, and just notice how that feels. And then reach your right arm beyond the left. And as you reach further, you will let the head turn in. And of course, yeah, it's almost like you're going to not be able to breathe very well. So make sure that you bring the head off the edge of that cushion there. And as you reach and then turn in, breathing, and then start to slide that hand across and along the inner skin of your arm. Bend the elbow as it reaches the elbow pit. And the first one, you might just bring the hand towards the armpit or the collarbones and let the elbow just rise. And maybe you look towards the sky and you have just stopped there for a moment. Breathe in and then exhale, dreamy sliding back. And it's SAW, the soar, as if you're reaching forward. You can always do a little bit of this soaring action, SAW-ing, soaring away as if you. It's lovely freedom in the ribs and scapulae. And you might also notice that you want to involve the knee and hip moving and gliding as well. Let's come to a bigger movement if possible. Reach on the exhale, and then the head turns a little into the mat. And then slide as if pulling on a silky evening glove, elbow. The right elbow bends. Now start to follow as you gaze up. And as the hand comes across the heart, turn right and you gaze to that right elbow and let it land if possible. And then pause here. Soften the jaws. Eyes are open. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to travel back, gliding back, everything moving in seamless. Breathing, breathing, getting ready for next one as you slide. Inhale, 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 open, open, turn, pause, and exhale, sliding back. And of course you can move less fast or a little faster. When ready, reach, and now going into our full opening heart gateway. Arm opens up to sky, all the way to breath in, pause. And exhale and open all the way out. The arm is hovering. Ideally, let the arm land, and you can prop that arm with a cushion if necessary behind you. Pause here, breathing fully. And when you feel guided by your exhalation, closing the doorway to your heart, bringing that arm up and coordinating. So as you land, there is your exhale. You may want to offer one more. Breathe in and open all the way out, and exhale and close all the way back. And then press the right palm down, push yourself up. Bring your knees again onto that padded area. And as you press the palms, curl the toes. Extend the buttocks towards the feet, push out through those toes. You can remain here in a more active extended child's pose, or even raise the hips for the puppy pose. But let's maybe enter downward face dog. Let the crown relax, maybe soften the knees or extend the legs. Shake out your head. And as you close your eyes, note the counting of the breath here. So as you breathe in and breathe out in your down dog or your puppy pose, what has changed about the rhythm of the breath? Has it changed? So being aware of how your breath changes throughout the day, changes according to your emotions, and changes depending upon what posture we are in. Now, please let go of your down face dog and find high kneeling. Spread your palms. And as you circle the arms, salute the sun. And draw your palms softly into heart center. And seek again a longer duration of your breathing. So coordinate fully. Big inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever's right. Pause and join palms. Exhale slow and long. And your 5, 4, 3, etc. Or you are moving towards a longer exhale. Pranayama moving from SamaVritti to the double exhale, lengthening your out breath. So maybe if you counted 4 on the inhale, of course you're therefore going to count 6, 8, if possible, on the exhale. So you might even find that that rhythm is super easy. Inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8. Remember, no strain. One more like that. And when you've completed that one, bow your gaze into the palms and then float the head in high kneeling. Reach the right leg out to the right, quite opening through the hips. Press the foot down, or the foot turns forward, or the heel is pressing and the foot is upturned. So find the correct feel for that extended leg. Hips are level. Maybe rearrange your leggings and then let the left arm reach to the left, fingers to earth, brick or block, and then sail open the right, so doorway to heart, and then maybe a fist with the left hand and reach right arm over the ear. Try not to hang the head. Perhaps look up and under that palm and feel alive and blessings to this moment. Pull belly in and rise back up, and warrior 2 arms. Inhale, exhale, gather, and warrior 1 arms reaching up. And then palms come in and slide to center. Second side, left leg extends away. Heel raised, toes to sky, or foot grounded. Find the right position for you. Slide and lean towards the right. Find your props or fingertips or however it's right. You revolve the abdomen, let the ribs flare and shine the heart to sky. And bring the left arm away, T-shaped arms, opening the heart center, and then draw the left arm over the ear powerfully. Look under the left palm if you can, or you may turn your gaze down to right thumb or wrist. Breathe fully, blossom. And then have that sense of tonality. Push and press up. Reach arms out in your T shape. Virabhadrasana 2, arms. Rotate palms up and shine a light towards the sun. Spirits are rising in energy. Palms come into your heart. And release back into high kneeling, or perhaps coming into Virasana, the hero's pose, with the feet parting, buttocks sitting in between the feet, tops of shins pressing, or lower into sitting differently, or kneeling Vajrasana. So thunderbolt kneeling pose, Virasana, or sitting differently. Inhale, exhale, calm center. And then open your eyes, having arranged your seat carefully, and rotate left. So bring arms around your body as you rotate left. Anchor through your pose, stay upright and alert, and then look over your left shoulder and involve good conscious yoga breathing. As you release back, did you count the length of your breath? Now, if you didn't, try it on the second side, and again have a witnessing, friendly approach, and notice how that breath may be much shorter. Or is it? Has it changed? Can you find an equilibrium in the breath? Can you find a balancing breath? Slowly rotate right. Use your arms to secure your rotation. And if okay, look over the shoulder. And then release back to center and note your observations. Inhale, exhale, and repeat. Rotate left, but this time, as you anchor, you'll turn the head to look over the left shoulder, but then soften the gaze, and you may even find that you're looking just to the left, or you might be looking down to the bottom corner of the mat. So rather than really cranking your head and neck all the way out over to the left, looking left, but then soften, but keep allowing awareness to rotate your thorax. So thoracic spine twist, but you may be slightly gazing down. And see if that can allow your breath to be a little more fuller and a little more easy. Or is it more easeful when you do not twist your head and neck quite so severely in a seated rotation? Centering, note your observations. Inhale, exhale here. And reach the arms overhead. Interlace fingers, turn the palms away. Just a little bit of wiggling out through those ribs, a bit of side opening. Maybe even a shining light to the back bend, and then release. And we're complete now with the second rotation to the right. Anchoring, sitting tall. Look over the right shoulder quite strongly, rotate more. And then undo a little bit of the neck rotation. Perhaps look down at the right hip, the right toes, or the right side of the mat. But still encourage your thorax to turn. So remaining in the rotation, but with slightly less turning of the neck and head. As you inhale, exhale, count. And is your breath feeling a little more easeful in the pose of Sukhasana Paravritti or Virasana Paravritti, so revolved seat? Unravel. Inhale, exhale, and then undo your legs. And come please to lie down on your mat in supine semi. So please find a lying pose, lying down, supine semi, or lay down in full Shavasana. But the option is actually to return to another seat as well. So please lay down or decide to come to a different seat. Now, often when we do lay down and begin to invite relaxation into the body, so be supported by Mother Earth and your back is supported if you've laid down. This is when our breathing really improves and really comes into its own shape of softness. So can you lay down and calm down even more? Are you able to offer a softer, kinder, compassionate breath to yourself? Let's check in with common points of tensioning and stiffness and tightness. The temples of the head at the sides of the earlobes as well. Perhaps the hinge points of your jaw. Inhale, exhale, and sigh the breath away through the mouth and let go of the shoulders. Sigh away the waist and belly and let that area spread. Perhaps you also want to release your knees and your feet. Or maybe there is a bit of tightness in the belly and you want to soften that area again. Now let's return to the nostrils and the flow of air through the nose and guide your mind to rest on the nose. Inhale, exhale with less effort. So allow the breath to be received. Let the breath in be an internal hugging of you and your muscles and your body. And allow the breath out to be a gesture of peace to the world around you. Breathe in and nourish yourself. And breathe out and spread peace. Inhale, nourish, exhale, peace. And of course, this kind of practice can drift on for even 10 or 20 minutes, but I am conscious of this class coming to a close in terms of its actual timing. So maybe offer yourself a longer Shavasana or a longer sitting another time during your day, today, or in your week. Remember that as you make mindfulness and pranayama a very consistent daily practice, your benefits to you will increase. Now open your eyes and greet the day again. Fold the knees into chest and massage your back, circling or twisting, floor twist or hugging. Roll to side and sit, or roll up to sitting. When you've found your closing seat, palms together. Inhale, exhale, bow the gaze. Blessings to yourself for making time. Thank you all, yogis. Have a wonderful day. Have a joyful day. Have a peaceful week. Namaste.